There was very little of direct relevance to the financial planning sector in this year's spring budget, but there was one change proposed that was very relevant, and that is the change proposed in relation to the treatment of investment bond gains in determining whether, and if so to what extent, your personal allowance is reduced or completely taken away. There was a case on this which is going to be heard in the Upper Tax Tribunal very soon, and it may already have been heard by the time you see this video. But the Marina Silver case was heard in the Lower Tax Tribunal, which confirmed effectively that when you look to see whether your personal allowance is going to be cut back and then taken away, when your adjusted net income exceeds £100,000, you take into account the full gain that you make on encashing a life insurance policy. In most cases, that'll mean a bond. So you take the full gain. You do not apply top slicing. Of course, you do apply top slicing to determining whether the gain itself is subject to tax. But in determining whether the personal allowance is reduced or not, then you put the whole gain in. And that could mean that some people who would have otherwise been way below 100,000 of adjusted net income, stick the gain on top and you're way above £100,000, and it will cause the reduction of the personal allowance. However, the new proposal is that for gains made after the 11th, on or after the 11th of March, you take the top sliced gain into account in effect. So if you'd made a gain of, say, £90,000 under an investment bond and your other adjusted net income was £40,000, under the old rule, you'd have had 90 plus 40 equals 130, and you'd have exceeded £125,000 and that would have taken away your personal allowance, because you reduce the personal allowance by £1 for every £2 that your adjusted net income exceeds 100,000. So with a £12,500 personal allowance, then £25,000 of extra income over £100,000 will wipe out your personal allowance. If the new rule applies, when the new rule applies, in fact it applies now, we haven't got the legislation but it's being operated, so if you've got a £90,000 gain that you've acquired over 10 years, you've had the bond in force for 10 years, you take the top slice and that's 9,000, 90,000 divided by 10, add the 9,000 to your other 40,000 income in this example, and you're nowhere near 100,000 and you keep your personal allowance, which could be quite worthwhile. So that's something to watch out for in those circumstances. We cover it, as ever, very well in our TechLink bulletin. And as I said, that upper tribunal case is going to be heard, because at the moment, as we read it, previous gains made before the 11th of March will be taxed and treated in the old way, i.e. the full gain will be added to your adjusted net income to see if you exceed 100,000. Hopefully, if that is the case, hopefully there might be some relaxation, but there's no indication of it at the moment. Watch this space, the space being our TechLink bulletins.